Hi guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to share with you my favorite MAC brushes, and if I have time at the end I will show you some of my favorite sort of like assorted brand or drugstore brushes. But before I actually get to the brush part, I wanted to do kind of like an unboxing, I guess. A friend of mine, Melissa, in Texas, sent me a package, and I've had it for like 2 days, and I wanted to unwrap everything while I was making one of my videos, so it's just been sitting here waiting for me. Now, this all started because I've been looking for a Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. I already have one, but I wanted another one, and the Ulta by my house never has it in stock. And so I had mentioned on Instagram this problem that I'm having with trying to track this brush down, and so she was so kind as to send me a brush. But she also included a few little goodies which I wanted to kind of share with you guys. Okay, so this is awesome, and I love these. This is a Sinful Shine gel nail polish, and the color is Picante. Yay! Thank you. I love these. I have the blue one, and I was just so thrilled with the quality of it. So it's nice to have another one, and it looks like maybe this is another one. This is the purple one. It is Nouveau Purple. Beautiful colors. I can't wait to try these colors out. I actually just painted my nails last night, and now I want to take it off and put these on, especially that purple. And then what's this one? Oh, this one is called Set the Mood, and it is another gel shine polish. So thank you so much for these. I really like the quality of these. Like I said before in my last video, I really feel like Sinful Colors has stepped it up, and these are awesome. So thank you so much for these. I really appreciate it. I was not expecting nail polish, so it's always a nice little surprise to get little extras when you get a package in the mail. So I really appreciate that, Melissa. Thank you so much, and thank you for the brush. And then before I move on, just quickly to share my manicure here. This is from the Minnie Mouse collection from OPI. The glitter is mini style, which I love how chunky it is. It has some square bits in there, and then some of the round and like octagon shape. But that is the glitter on this nail here. And then the liquid sand polish is this one here. It's called Magazine Cover Mouse. That's what it looks like. And this is what it looks like on. And then this polish was from, they launched a Minnie Mouse collection quite some time ago. This one is called The Color of Minnie. That's what it looks like, and that is the color on that finger. My nails, for some reason, have decided they want to start breaking again, so that's why they look really incredibly short. So, okay, moving on to my brushes. Now, hold on, the Chihuahua wants out. Okay, so on with my most favorite or most reached for MAC brushes, and most of you probably know this already, but my two favorite brushes for eyeshadow would be the 239 and the 217. This is what they look like, and there's the 239, and the fluffier one is the 217. The numbers have come off. Most favorite brushes for applying eyeshadow and blending. Obviously this one for applying and packing on the eyeshadow, and this one for blending. I like this one to blend because it has different sides to it. Now for me, because my eyes are very deep set, I don't have a whole lot of space here between my kind of like my brow bone and my eyebrow, and I like to turn this brush and blend with it this way as opposed to this way. And what I mean by that is a lot of you can blend with the wider end of the brush, but if you turn it this way, you can blend with the narrower side. You get a little bit more control as to where your product is going when you're blending. So these for sure are my two favorite eyeshadow brushes. I love those. Another brush that has quickly become a favorite of mine for applying eyeshadow, and more so for things like pigments, pressed pigments, anything cream like a paint pot or a color cream base, is the 242 brush. And at first I didn't think that I was going to like this, but after using it so much on customers when I'm doing makeup applications, it has quickly become one of my favorite and most reached for two brushes that I like to use together when I'm applying and blending out concealer, and I showed this combination before, is the 286 and 287 brushes. These are two duo fiber brushes, and I like to use these for my concealer. I use the 287 to pick up the concealer from the back of my hand and actually place it underneath my eye. And I like to kind of pat it on like this and then pull down. And then I use this one to blend it out. This is a great combination. So for those of you that are looking for great concealer brushes from MAC, these two are very nice. I use these quite a bit. The 212 is this flat eyeliner brush or a push brush. I use this all the time. I wish that I had more of these. I need to get on the ball and purchase more of these. The reason that I like this, when I wing my eyeliner, it makes it very easy to sort of clean up my wing and give me that sharp line that I'm looking for. This brush is also nice for those of you, or occasionally I do myself, like to use the concealer as a highlight underneath my eyebrow, so I can really kind of help structure my eyebrow with this brush, because I can get very close and very precise with the concealer, apply it where I need to, and then sort of pull down. Eyebrows, hands down, the 208. I love this brush. I used my Japanese eyebrow brush for the longest time, but since I got this one, this is definitely my favorite. I like how small it is. I like how coarse the bristles are. I can comb through my eyebrows beautifully with this. I have a lot of control because the bristles are shorter. They're a little more coarse. And this works great with pencil and powder. I use this brush all the time. This is another one that I need to get several more of. This brush came out with the pressed pigments, and I do use this brush just with my pressed pigments, and the only reason that I'm including it in my favorites is because it is an awesome brush for the pressed pigments. So for those of you that have the pigments, and let's say you're having a hard time either picking up the product or popping it on your eye, head to your local MAC counter and see if they have any more of these left. It is the 215 brush. That's what it looks like. It's very short, it's very dense. It picks product up, like it picks the pigment up very nicely. You can deposit it on your eyelid without a terrible amount of fall down. Again, it's the only thing I use this brush for is when I use my pressed pigments, and it works very well. It's a nice brush for the pigments. As far as my winged liner goes, I like to use the 266 angle brush. I'm not very good with the regular sort of traditional eyeliner brushes, the long slender ones. I like using the angle brush a little bit better, but I just feel like I have a lot more control when applying my eyeliner when I use an angle brush like this. Another brush that I like to use when I want to do some precision work is my 219 brush. I almost couldn't read that. You'd think I would know like the numbers of all of these because I work at MAC, but it's not as easy to remember the numbers, and I don't know why. But it's just the 219 pencil brush. I love using this for when I want to smudge out my eyeliner. Sometimes when I want to get really precise into my crease, I'll use this brush to kind of place product, and then I'll use another brush to blend it out. As far as like powder brushes go, a lot of you know that I like to powder underneath here. Most of the time I use my Real Techniques setting brush, but I do have the 224. If my Real Techniques is dirty, I will reach for my 224 to apply my powder underneath here to set my concealer. I don't really use this to blend out eyeshadow because I can quickly lose control of my eyeshadow with this brush, and because again I don't have a whole lot of room here, because for those of you that have eyes like mine, deep set eyes, you know you have to blend your eyeshadow up onto the brow bone. So my brow bone is right here, so that just leaves me a limited amount of space for blending. So I don't use this very often for blending on my eye. Okay, so moving on to face brushes. My number one all-time favorite face powder brush, and I haven't had this very long, but it is the 138 brush. And this is what it looks like. I showed this in my haul video. I explained in my haul video why I love this brush, but I will tell you guys again why. Not only is it amazing for just applying an all-over face powder, it's an awesome blush brush, it's an awesome contouring brush. I like to apply my bronzer with this. For those of you that do like to contour, and let's say you just want one brush to do everything, this one is definitely the one that you want to look into. Again, you can use the tip to contour. You can use the angle side here, or this angle part, to apply your brush. You can apply a little bit of pressure to apply your bronzer. And then again, the same type of pressure for applying your all-over face powder. You can set your powder. My husband is outside with the weed whacker, if you guys can hear that. That's what the noise is. And I don't understand why he's out there. It's like honestly probably almost 100 degrees outside, and the humidity here is insane. It's probably like 80% or something like that. You go outside and you just feel wet like automatically. Okay, back to brushes. You can use the tip here to set the concealer underneath your eyes. You just put a little bit of powder right here on the angle part here and just press it in like so. And I have done that quite a few times. And I love the angle. So you can get really close to your eye there without disrupting your eyeshadow, whereas with a regular brush like this, it's very difficult. So this is definitely my most favorite all over multi-use face brush. I love it. For foundation, for applying my foundation. Now, I love this brush. This is the 130 brush. It's the short duo fiber brush. It's very dense. You can get a very nice buff with this. I find that if you like to use heavier foundations like Studio Fix, this is an awesome brush because you can really buff and blend and sort of get that airbrush look that everybody likes. But I'm not a big fan of really full coverage foundation, so this brush doesn't get a whole lot of use. I do like it when I do apply cream blush, but it's not very often. So what has quickly become my favorite foundation brush is this one here. It's the 159. This came out with the Tropical Taboo collection. It should still be available. Like at my counter, we still have probably 4 or 5 of these brushes left. This brush is awesome for really buffing your foundation in. Again, this is a nice brush. It's very short, very dense, great for a fuller coverage. I find that this one works very well with like my Matchmaster, even my face and body. I've used this with some of my tinted moisturizers like my Sonia Kashuk. What else? I have the L'Oreal. I have one of the other L'Oreal foundations that I really like to use, but I find that I can use this with any type of foundation, any type of consistency. It just works really well. Again, it's a nice buff, that nice airbrushed appearance to my skin. So since I bought this, this is really the only brush that I use to apply my foundation. Some of the other brushes that I will reach for, the 168, this is the angle blush brush. I will use this to apply my blush and also my bronzer. Another brush that I will use for kind of like all over face powder and my blush is this 129 brush, and this one's rather popular. We sell a lot of these at our counter just so that you can kind of see. This is what it looks like in comparison to the 138. So this is a great brush. I do use it a lot. I also use my 116 a lot, which looks like this. Here they are side by side, the 129 and the 116. Okay, so those are my most reached for MAC brushes. These are all MAC brushes. I keep my MAC brushes in here. So that didn't take as long as I thought it was going to, so I'm just going to kind of share a few more of my most favorite kind of reached for brushes, and most of them are my Real Techniques. Now, like I said in my last video, I just recently purchased the face core kit, which I can't believe it took me so long to get them. It just seems really stupid now, but I got the core kit. I love the buffing brush. I've been using this to apply my cream bronzer. It's pretty awesome. I like it. The contouring brush is very nice as well. I have used this with my cream bronzer. I've used this more with the cream bronzer than the buffing brush. I have used this quite a few times with my foundation. This brush works nicely when buffing in foundations that are a little bit more of a full coverage. Like I got a sample from Chanel of one of their foundations, and I used this brush with it, and it was so smooth. It was a nice blend. I really liked it. So for those of you maybe who, you know, MAC is out of your budget, definitely look into the Real Techniques brushes because they are some of my favorite. I have all of them. Apart from the Kabuki, I didn't buy the Kabuki because I have one, so I didn't really think that I needed to buy another one. But I am loving this face core kit. I'm very glad that I went ahead and purchased this. I love this brush here for putting my lips on. I like to use a lip brush a lot of times. This is a great brush for my lips. It's called a detailer brush. And then this is a pointed foundation brush, which it just seems kind of small. A bit tedious for foundation, but it does work nicely for applying your concealer. And if you like to highlight your face, this is a great brush for depositing your highlight in the areas where you need it. Another longtime favorite brush of mine, and this was my favorite brush for applying my foundation, is the Expert Face Brush. This is an awesome brush. I would highly recommend this. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I've been wanting 2 of these brushes, and I finally have 2 of them because I do use this quite a bit. When my foundation brush, my MAC brush, is not clean, this is the first one that I reach for. I love this brush. It's awesome. Like I'm so impressed with the quality of these brushes. Now, I've heard a lot of people say that they don't like the duo fiber brushes for whatever reason. I don't find them scratchy. I actually like them a lot. I use them quite a bit. I use this brush when my 286 is not clean. This is a 286. I will use this one to blend out my concealer in my under eye area. I like to use this one with my cream bronzer, my Chanel cream bronzer. I really like this, especially on the days when I don't want a lot of bronzer on my face. This is awesome to use. And I have used this one with powder when I just want a light coverage of powder on my face. I like to use this brush. Another all-time favorite of mine for blending out my concealer is this brush here. You guys have seen this used in many, many, many of my videos. I still use it all the time. Again, I kind of go back and forth between these 2 and this one when applying my concealer. This will always be one of my most favorite concealer brushes ever. I don't have anything bad to say about any of these brushes. This was the brush I used for a long time for applying my powder bronzer. I still use it. I love the stippling brush. So these are all definitely worth the money. And for those of you, like I said, that can't afford to go out and buy MAC, I think the next best thing would be something like Real Techniques. I can't speak on anything like Sedona Lace or Sigma. I have never tried any of those brushes before. I am curious to try them out. Maybe eventually sometime in the future I will pick a few of those up, but right now I think I'm pretty good with brushes. This one here, and I've talked about this brush a lot, this is from Rite Aid. It's a duo fiber eyeshadow brush. This is an awesome brush. I love using this for applying my paint pots or anything cream on my lid. If I need to blend out anything cream on my lid, this is an awesome brush. So for those of you that live in the United States and you live near a Rite Aid, definitely go check this brush out. I got this one on sale for like $3. I think it was like 2 years ago or something, and it's definitely one of my most reached for brushes, so I would highly recommend this one. I guess some other like random brushes that I would suggest would be from Sonia Kashuk. She has great brushes. They're available at Target. They're not horribly priced. For those of you, again, on a budget, definitely check out Sonia Kashuk. I have quite a few of her brushes. This is just like a mix of other brand brushes. But Sonia Kashuk is definitely a great company as far as brushes go, I think. But that's it. I think I should probably go. I feel like I've talked enough. Just very quickly, because I may get some questions, my lipstick today, I have like 3 different lipsticks on. I have Burgundy lip liner on, Lady Danger lipstick. Over Lady Danger, I put Sweet and Sour lipstick. It's a cream sheen. It was from the All About Orange collection. And then over the top, I used from Temperature Rising the Caliente lipstick. It's a Dazzle lipstick. It has a little bit of shimmer to it. That's what's on my lips. And then the rest of my face is just really super neutral. I mean, my eyeshadow is bronzer. I just kind of bronzed, and I took a little bit of coffee eye pencil, which is a brown, and I smudged it into my upper and lower lash line, and that's it. A really simple look for today. So anyway, that's it. I'm gonna go. So thanks again, Melissa, for sending me the awesome nail polishes. I cannot wait to use these. And for the brush, I really do appreciate it. Alright, so anyway, that's it. I'm gonna go. It's dinner time. So you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you very soon. Bye.